During that 7-game win streak, your guys' defense was third during that stretch. Just what do you feel like what you guys were executing well during that?
I think our effort throughout that stretch was real good. Obviously, you're going to game plan, but there's going to be breakdowns, and I think we flew around, rotated for one another, tried to help each other out. So I think that's a big part of that.
How are vibes on the team?
Great. Immaculate. Immaculate right now, yeah.
Playing Houston tonight, national television game, just what does Houston bring to the table for you guys, and what do you guys got to do to be able to get a win tonight?
We know they're going to play hard. It was a hard-fought game last time. They're real energetic, good defensive team. So we know we have to bring it from the jump. You know, they're real young, so they're going to have the energy, you know. But we know they're coming up with a back-to-back, and you know, so we want to take advantage of those things that you kind of get throughout the season. So just try to, you know, stick to our game plans and the things that have been helping through that win streak.
What do you think the biggest takeaway was for you guys on these 3 games on the road?
That's a good question. I don't know, honestly. I just be out there, man. But I think just the fight that we showed, you know, all the wins weren't free. Well, I think the Boston one was a good win. The one in Chicago, had to fight a little harder for that one. Had to scrap that one together. Then I think in Milwaukee, the slow start we had, and then, you know, the following quarters, you know, we kind of did what we needed to do, but it wasn't enough because of the start that we had. So I think the fight that we've been showing is definitely a good thing, and it's trending in the right direction. So besides that first quarter we had, I think the fight is definitely a good thing to take away.
Did that fight, you know, I know it was a different era in a way, but do you feel like some of that was shown in that win over Houston, and just how big that game was for you guys and showing that you guys can handle physicality?
I mean, I guess you could say that. It's great to get the win in that one. I mean, obviously there was a couple of, you know, I wouldn't say like fights or anything, but, you know, like guys, or a couple heated moments, I would say, that happened in that one. So, you know, for us to kind of go through that and then, you know, still keep our head leveled and come out and get the win in that one, I think that was huge against a team that's rolling too. So.
What was your relationship like with Coach Christie before he became the interim coach versus what it is now?
I think we have the same relationship. I think before he was, I was the one sitting next to me on the bench, so we would always talk about just defensive things. Like if he sees someone throw a lazy pass, he's like, "See, you can get that." Like if someone throws it, you know, he sees that, you know, it's a lazy pass. You know that we're just not like, I wouldn't say we're not locked in, but like, you know, like especially him as a defender, like when guys are just, you know, being lazy and just throwing passes across the court, like, or contests or whatever it is. You know, we have those talks on the bench throughout the game. And then he was my coach this past summer league too, so I know how he likes to coach and everything. And, just a good guy to be around. I mean, he jokes a lot too, so I think that's a good thing. And then when it's time to be serious, he's serious. So I think that's good for him.
We heard that DeMar coordinated you guys watching some Christie defensive film, and just watching that, your opinion changed at all where you stack up with him?
Nah, that's not at all. But I mean, that was like my first time actually watching a couple of highlights. But I mean, I know he was a good defender for sure. We still joke about it. Me and him still joke about it back and forth, like what each other could and couldn't have done or whatever it is. So. I don't.
You got to get some all defensive under your belt, or what?
I mean, I guess so. You know, that's what people like to you know, base things off of. But between me and him, like me and DC, like personally, I'm telling him every time, I don't know. I think I got you beat, but that'll come later on. So I'm not really worried about that.
For sure. But having a coach that has that similar mindset to you, similar sort of play style. I mean, like we see you picking up full court. Is that something that he's implemented, or how has he helped you out defensively?
Well, that's something that I know that to make my mark that I'll have to do. So I do that, and then he just gives me the pointers of, you know, how to do it against certain players, or like what different things to do or whatever. So just some tips of whenever I'm guarding different types of players, and, you know, who you want to pressure, how you want to pressure them, and things like that. So I would say that's the best help that he's given me on the defensive end side.
Thanks, guys.